I need a haircut. I need a haircut. I need a haircut. But first, we have a lot to get into for you. What's up, sons? It's Blind Run with sonofatech once again, and today we're going to be discussing the implementation of EIP 1559 and when it's projected to release. This information was obtained via a call with Team Bako, which you can definitely go watch the entire call and get even more information on this subject there. I will leave the link for that video down in the description. The short of it is that EIP 1559 will be implemented in late July to mid-August. So if that's all you really need, definitely go ahead and share the video out. We're putting out right in the front of the video. But we're going to go ahead and discuss this a little bit further right after a word from our sponsor. At this point, most of you should be familiar with today's sponsor, PrimeXBT. As such, they want me to take this time to provide a short update on the PrimeXBT platform. If you remember, they have a fantastic copy trading module where you can follow the strategies of established traders. There has been massive volatility in the market recently, but you can find traders that make money on both sides of the market and follow their strategies. It doesn't matter if the market is going up or down, there are always opportunities. Pay attention to the descriptors. For example, if the word short is contained within the name, it's likely the trader is on the bearish side of the market, and during a falling market, it's better to follow a strategy where the trader leans towards trading bear markets. Register an account with PrimeXBT. Take a look and do your own research. The platform contains many statistics to help determine which trader suits your style, but ultimately it's your decision on how you invest. Remember, any form of investing comes with significant risks, so do your own research. Use promo code sonofatech at sign up for a 50% bonus. Welcome back. So if you aren't familiar with EIP 1559, it's an Ethereum improvement proposal that has been accepted and will be implemented into the London hard fork, which will be in late July to mid-August as projected. This hard fork is also being implemented to defuse the difficulty bomb. So that is needed at this point for the Ethereum network to keep the transaction times low. EIP 1559 itself changes the fee structure, which is important to discuss when you are potentially going to be investing into mining Ethereum for however extra long we have here. And of course, being a little bit aware of how much it will impact it. And we'll talk about that. But the reason it impacts it with the fee structure is it changes it to basically three components. You have your fee cap, and then the sum of the tip and the base fee can't go above the fee cap. The base fee is changing, so it can go up and down, and that will limit the amount of tip that can be paid out to the miners. The base fee is going to be burned, so that will destroy that amount of Ethereum, and the idea is that it would make Ethereum deflationary. That might not exactly be true though, at least in the short term, and we'll discuss that as well. The tip, like we said, is what is paid out to the miner, and initial projections when we discussed this at length before a couple months ago, which you should check that video out, we were looking at a decrease in mining profits of 30 to 40%. This has definitely shifted because the fees have already come down on the Ethereum network, and we will be discussing why that is in a video later this week. So make sure you hit the sub and notification bell if you're interested in that in particular. But because the fees are low, we are looking at only a dip in mining profitability of about 15% if the fees remain to be the same as they are today, of course, in July or during the implementation of EIP 1559. So the impact isn't going to be as great as initially anticipated. However, mining profits are already down. So there is this question of, will Ethereum become less profitable than something like Ravencoin, and what happens to the network after that, which we'll also be discussing in a separate video too. Now that you understand kind of how that impacts it and the change to the fee structure, you also are probably interested in what you should do as far as mining goes. And the real answer to that is that we never know, because everything is shifting and the markets are changing all the time. We don't really know definitively how much it will impact at least the fiat profits for mining Ethereum. You see, because the EIP is generally looked at from the general consumer as a positive thing, it could end up driving the price of Ethereum up. And if it drives it up enough to compensate for the reduction in the payouts to the miners, then your exchange rate of how much you are mining to how much you can convert into fiat may improve, just depending, of course, on how this all ends up going through at the end of the day. We'll be trying to keep up with it on this channel, so definitely stay subscribed and we will try to cover it. It is interesting that Ethereum may not become deflationary from EIP 1559 because the fees have become lower, and because Ethereum is being earned on the beacon chain, as discussed by Bitsby Trippin yesterday at the Miner Summit, which, if you guys are not following Bits, make sure you go down and give him a follow to get, of course, all the information from the Miner Summit that he is currently participating in. Lots of good info there. So the idea is, because now you have essentially more ETH being generated on the staking for the beacon chain for ETH2, and the fees have come down so much on the Ethereum network for mining, the offset to make Ethereum actually deflationary is not near as much of a threat as initially anticipated either. So lots of things are changing, and it's really important to stay up to date with it. Once again, if you guys want more detail on EIP 1559 in particular, go check out my video on what it is. Keeping in mind that, of course, we have adjusted the projections of how much it will impact mining due to, of course, the fees coming down. Now, moving forward, I am definitely looking at Ravencoin, but as it sits, I am leaving my farm on Ethereum. People ask me this all the time, and that is because I can mine more Ethereum and exchange it for more Raven, which is more beneficial than just mining, of course, Ravencoin. This may change, and we will update the channel with, of course, mining strategies, etc., as we get closer and closer to both EIP 1559 and the merge. Later this week, we will be having, of course, a discussion on the timing for the merge. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for that as well. I have just moved, so we are kind of getting adjusted into the new office. It's definitely echoey in here, so we are going to be working on adjusting that and fixing that up here shortly, because it's a problem. And then we are moving the farm. And when I say we, I'm just me and my family, by the way. People ask me that all the time. I am a solo guy as far as all the YouTube content and mining goes. We will be, though, moving the farm out to a different location, and that will be happening in July, and we will be documenting that process as well. Of course, this is a very, I guess, stressful time for everybody as far as mining profits being down, but keep in mind, it's not necessarily always as glum and gloomy as it may appear, because you got to see the bigger picture of mining and holding and that sort of thing. There's lots of different strategies that we will be discussing in regard to that, to kind of put your mind at ease. Keep in mind, once again, everybody that did really, really good on this particular cycle was mining when it wasn't looking like it was as profitable. So that was because they were able to get GPUs cheaper, which hopefully that will start to happen again soon, and because you were typically mining more coins. So all of these things are factors that are very relevant in, of course, the current, I guess, landscape of cryptocurrency mining. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next Tuesday. If you enjoyed this content, you can watch more by clicking this playlist up here, or go ahead and subscribe.